to the session of how to write a project report. What you see here in front of you on the screen is a typical project report. This is not original report. This is a dummy report to give you a model, or you can say an example of how to write a report. You can see here on the top, the first 3 lines on the top is your title. You can write your title in 1 line, or you can write in 2 lines, or maximum 3 lines you can write. It's up to you. When you are writing the title, the font should be Arial. The size of the font should be 24 point, and it should be bold. So you can see here, if you are typing in the Microsoft Word, you can select all these options: Arial font, 24 size, and bold. Next to the title, place a picture. Take for example, if you are writing about car industry, put the picture of a car industry. If you are writing about food industry, put the picture related to food industry. Or if you are writing about anything scientific writing, you can put a picture related to that scientific writing. If it's a technical report, you can put the picture. If it's a processing or any other kind of electrical engineering, you can put the picture here. Then comes your particulars. Because when you are submitting a report, it should be clear who is submitting the report, and what is his ID number, and what is his section number, and your faculty's name. So you will put your name here, your name comes here, you will write your full name, followed by your ID number. Whatever your ID number, put it here. And then your section number, followed by your faculty's name, who is teaching you or training you this course, his name should be here. Then comes the semester number or the year. You can put 2021, or if you know the semester number, semester 422, that is the semester number. So these details are very important because you must specifically mention who is the writer and to whom you are writing, and what is your ID number, and what is your section number. I hope you know that. Then come down in the first cover page, there should not be any number. Don't put any number for the cover page. It is convention not to mention any number on the front cover page. So what you see here, this is a simple report around 10 to 15 pages. So normally the students, they have spiral binding. This is known as a spiral binding, or they call it as a plastic binding. I hope it's clear. This is the first page of your report. So let me recap. Your title on the top in 1 to 3 lines, followed by a picture relevant to your topic, and followed by your particulars, your name, your ID number, section number, your faculty's name, and the semester or year number. No number on the first page. These are the first page, very important. Don't make any mistakes, because if you make mistake here, you know it will be very awkward for you. Yeah, let us move forward. The second page. So after the cover page, this is the, you can say, the first page or the next page. Let me maximize the size so that it's clear to you. So you can see here, the next important thing after the cover page is the abstract. The abstract is the whole summary of what you have done in the report in 1 to 2 paragraphs. This paragraph will be written in single line spacing. So don't indent anything, write like this. You can write in 1 paragraph, 2 paragraphs, no problem. Don't write too long. As I already told you, abstract is the summary of the report. Now, even though it's a summary of the report, the summary of the report can be written only at the end. When you finish the report, you will be writing at that time. But it will be placed here in the first page of your report, next to your cover page. So the size of the text here in the 1 or 2 paragraphs will be the font will be Times New Roman, size will be 12, single spacing. Now, the abstract, the title, you have to write in Arial 14 size. I mean, it should be bigger than the normal paragraph here, and it should be bold. So these are all about abstract. Let me repeat again. It will be written at the end. When you finish your project report, at the time you will be writing. You cannot write in the beginning. Do you understand? You have to write at the end of the, when you finish the report, but it will be placed here in the front, the first page of your project report, next to your title page. Then the numbering. Here, the numbering has to be in Roman numericals. This is the Roman number. You can see here, these are the Roman numbers you'll be putting for your abstract and the next page, a table of contents. Let us move to the next one, table of contents. I hope you know what is table of contents. Table of contents is the page in which you'll be mentioning what are the topics of your project report that you are discussing. You will put all the titles and subtitles you'll be putting here. So when you write the table of contents, on the top, you can see here, the font size will be 14, Arial font, 14 size, and it should be bold. You can see the setting, and you can see abstract, already we discussed, you put the number, Roman 1. This is table of contents, the next one, you can see Roman number 2. I hope you understand. So the first two things, abstract and table of contents, should be in Roman letters. And whatever the text you are writing here, all this text should be in Times New Roman. The font size will be 12. You can see normal. Okay. So abstract is over. This is a table of contents. The first chapter is introduction. And the second chapter, whatever your major heading will come here. Then be careful with numbering. You are numbering here, 2.1. So this is chapter 1 is introduction. Chapter 2 will be your second major heading you will be giving. Whatever your topic, accordingly, you will give your major heading here. So whatever the subheadings will be numbering 2.1, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, 2.5 and so on. And you put the number here, normal number. You have put X because we don't know whatever the page number. If it's 4, you can put 4. If it is 5, you can put 5. So whatever the number you feel like, you can put the number here. Then chapter 3, your third major heading. And whatever the subheadings, you'll be putting the number 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, and you'll put the page number 7, page number 8, whatever the page number will be putting here. And number 4 is the fourth major heading, your fourth chapter. Same, 4.1, 4.2, 4.3, and you'll put the page number here. And the last one, chapter 5, is the conclusion. That is the end part of the report. And the next comes, number 6 is the appendix. Appendix means any important information that you think should be part of the report. But if you include in the report, your report will become very long. So what you do, you just give a reference in the report that you have attached as appendix, and it will be at the end of the report. The next one, number 7, is the references. Any reference that you refer to for your writing that will be mentioning here. And you'll be putting the page number where you are writing that. And bibliography, the last one is the bibliography. These are the sources of information to which you are referring to, whether it's a book, whether it's a website, or any newspaper article, a magazine article, or whether you are interviewing a people, you will mention the source here in the bibliography. And you can see the numbering here. This is page number 2. It's in no Roman number. I already told you the abstract and table of contents will be in Roman letter and Roman number. And this is gentlemen, we are starting introduction. The first chapter. You can see the introduction. The title is written Arial, font size is 14, and it is bold. You can see here clearly. Okay. And when you are typing your matter, I mean all the paragraphs, you should justify. You can see when you are typing it, mostly you will be doing it in Microsoft Word. Okay, there is an option there. I mean, this is the left aligned, this is the middle aligned, this is the right aligned, and this is justified. Justified align means it will adjust on the left, it will make alignment on the right, so it looks beautiful. So these are all about introduction. You can write in 1 to 2 paragraphs. Then chapter 2, the second major heading, the Arial font, as already we have seen. You can see the title in chapter 1 is Arial font 14 bold. Same. Whenever you are writing major heading, write it in Arial, and the font size will be 14 and it will be bold. So already we discussed, I told you when I was telling about the table of contents, you can see here this is the second chapter, or you can say second major heading, and then subheading comes in 2.1. So you can mention what are the subpoints here. 2.2. So these subheadings will be typed in Arial 12. And the subheading will be bold, and the matter here will be typed in Times New Roman. Same thing here, 2.2, second subheading, Arial 12, bold, you can see, and the text will be typed normal in Times New Roman. This is the third chapter, you can see, so this is the main heading of the third chapter. The font is Arial, font size is 14 and bold. And you can see here, there is a picture used here in the chapter 3. So whenever you are using a picture, you mention here in the text, the following picture, figure 1. Figure 1 means picture 1. We call it as figure for pictures. So figure number 1, this is first picture, so we call it figure 1. So you can see here, the following picture, figure 1 has been embedded in the text because I am talking about it now. The figure is below, and you give a number, figure 1, picture 1. So concept drawing of the planet Titan. So you have mentioned it here, and you have mentioned the kind of caption here, and what you see here is the source from where you have taken this picture. They have given the source also, because it's not drawn by you, you have taken from somewhere else, so you have given the source. You can see another picture is used in this chapter 3. So you are mentioning as figure 2 because this is picture number 1, this is picture number 2. So there is a small caption for picture number 2, and you are giving the source where you have taken the source from, the website address, the hyperlink of the website. Now, please keep it in mind when you are ending a particular chapter. Take for example, if the chapter 3 ends here, don't start chapter 4 here. Don't do that. It will be very awkward. Leave the space. Even if it ends here, leave the rest of the space and start the next chapter in the next page, fresh. So this is the fourth major heading. You know, the heading will be in Arial font, size is 14 and bold. And you can see the text, already we have seen, it will be in Times New Roman 12 normal font. And in chapter 4, there is a table used. Please keep it in mind when you are using a table, put the number on the top. For the pictures, we put the number at the bottom. For the table, you have to give the title above. So table 1, table number 1, format for tables. So this is a table, and this is not your table. You have taken from some website. So source, you have put the website hyperlink. So whenever you are taking information from some other website, you have to mention clearly where from you have taken. Otherwise, it will be considered to be plagiarism. Because the table is not yours. You didn't make the table. You didn't make the picture. This picture is somewhere else, done by someone else. So you have to mention the source. In the picture, the source is mentioned here, the website address. For this picture, this is the website address. For table, I told you the title will be written on the above to the table, and the source is given at the bottom. So chapter 4 is done. Now comes to chapter 5. Chapter 5 is the conclusion. So you can make a recap of, a summary of what you did in the whole report. So with that, your report is over. Now, appendix. Take for example, this is the extra information. This you cannot include in the report. Otherwise, your report will become so big. So you attach here. So appendix A, it can be, if it's only one document, it will be appendix. If more than one, you will write appendix A, appendix B, appendix C, like that. Do you understand? So this is appendix A. You can see the title is written with Arial font, size will be 14 and bold as usual. So this is a small description about your appendix, and you have attached the picture. And again, this blueprint, you didn't make it, you have taken from your website, you have given the source. So the source will be very long, so you can type it in Times New Roman, the font size will be 8, so that it's easy to handle, otherwise it will be running long. And the figure means the picture, this picture. Picture A for appendix 1, first picture in the appendix. So you are given a caption to the picture. It will be Times New Roman font, and the font size will be 11. The next one is the reference, gentlemen. Whenever in writing a project report or technical report, you will be referencing, you will take reference from some other writer or some other technician or scientist. So whenever you are taking information, don't forget to refer to. Okay, put a number like this. Number 1, put a number like this, and in the end you give number 1, what is the source? You can see here. Number 1. So you took the information from this website. So you can put the date. Mostly the date will be the date when you are reading it, because the websites are keep on updated. So number 2, this is the second reference you have taken from this website. And you can mention like that. It depends. Whatever the source references, 4 or 5, whatever the number of references you have taken, you can mention here by putting the number. You can see this is number 1, the first reference, this is the second reference, like that. Or you can put 4, 5, whatever number. The next one, the last one, is the bibliography. Bibliography is the source of information from which you have written your project report. Take for example, this is the writer, and this is the book, and this is another book you refer to, and this is the third one, fourth one, fifth one. So these are the books from which you took the information for your project report. And these are the websites from which you have taken the information for your project report. So this is how to write a report. I hope it's clear to you. So this is a sample report for you to give an idea how to write a report. Now I will give you practically with a student's project report, so that you get an idea of how to write a report.
Yes guys, now I will share the second part of this video. That is part 2.
So far, I have shown you a dummy report. That was not the original report. That was not written by anybody. It is just the style sheet how to write a report. Now, what I am showing you, what is in front of you, is a report written by a student. This is a typical report. It's an example of how to write your report. Now, this student he has written about Toyota Motor Corporation. So this is the title, just in one line. You can see the font size. It's Arial, bold, and around 18 to 24. And then the picture of Toyota Corporation here, you can see here, followed by the student's name, Jamal Ali Hassan, and the ID number, his section number, and prepared for the faculty's name, followed by semester number. You can put 2021 also, no problem. Either semester number or the year. Then let us move to the next page. So this is the abstract he has written about Toyota Corporation. Let me maximize so that you can see clearly. So he writes in the abstract, this report talks about Toyota Motor Corporation in different aspects. It first gives a short brief of history on Toyota, especially in 3-year decades wherein Toyota has a huge growth. The report then gives some information about the company's strategy and operation. Also, the principles of the Toyota way are mentioned under the operation. The report also talks about the product lines that Toyota has and focuses in 2 products, cars and electric technology. Finally, the involvement of Toyota Motor Corporation in motorsports. Formula 1, NASCAR are reviewed to end the report that covers Toyota Corporation in different features. So this student has clearly mentioned what he is doing. So he is going to focus his attention on 2 products, cars and electric technology, electric cars, normal cars and electric cars. And finally, he is going to write about Formula 1 and NASCAR. So these are the things he is doing. In addition to that, he is also doing the principles of Toyota and the product lines. These are the brief history and abstract of the report. You can come down, this is a table of contents. You can see the student has mentioned in the table of contents, chapter 1 introduction, as we already discussed earlier. Chapter 2, he discussed about the history in 1930s, how the Toyota started, and in chapter 2.2, subheading 1950s to 1970s, what happened, and chapter 3, the company strategy. What was the strategy of the company? And in that 3.1 is operations. Chapter 4 is a product line. So as he started in the abstract, he is discussing about cars and electric cars. Electric technology means basically electric cars. Chapter number 5 is Toyota in motorsports, Formula 1, 5.1 Formula 1, 5.2 Le Mans, that is a car race in France. It's the name of a city in France. And chapter 6 is the conclusion. So he has given the page number here. You can see abstract and table of contents in Roman letters here, and all other chapters are given in normal numbers. So after the conclusion, chapter 6, 7 is the glossary. Glossary is the list of words used in the keywords used in the report. And number 8 is the references. Whatever the references he has taken, he mentions in page number 11. And the last one is the bibliography, that is on page number 13. So he didn't attach any other documents, so there is no appendix. So this student didn't have any additional documents. So introduction, you can see here, this is how he has written the introduction in 1, 2, 3 paragraphs. If you want to see, you can pause the video here and you can read what he has written about the introduction about the Toyota company. If you want to read completely, you can pause here, pause the video, and you can read. And next one, chapter 2 is the history. You can see he mentions the history in a paragraph. And 2.1, there is a format mistake here, gentlemen. He has made a mistake here. He should align here, okay, this way. So don't make this kind of mistakes. Take care to make the perfect alignment. So 1930s, what the company did, if you want to read, you can pause the video and you can read. And he has put a picture here. And he puts figure number 1, means picture number 1, Toyota AA. This is the first car, Toyota car. And he has also put the source where he has taken this picture. So this is the source of the hyperlink of the source website. In chapter 2, the subheading 2.2, 1950s to 1970s, what happened? He writes here, and this small mistake here, this is another second paragraph. So here also formatting. Gentlemen, be very careful in making the format, make the alignment perfectly. This student has made a mistake. I know you know how to align here, that you can use the tab here, and thereby you can make the adjustment for the alignment. And also make the alignment of the paragraph perfectly. So wherever you want to read the information, you can pause and you can read. You can pause the video and you can read if you want. And these are the reference numbers you can see. You can put here number 5, number 6, number 7, number 8. These are the references he has taken from some source. Come to gentlemen, number 3, chapter number 3, company strategy, and the alignment is not proper. Yeah. Okay. So he writes about the strategy of Toyota company, and you can see here. Then comes 3.1 operations. In chapter 3, he writes about the operation of the company, and he didn't do the alignment properly. Yeah, these are the operations. If you want to read, you can pause the video and you can read. Then comes chapter 4, product line. In the product line, he mentions about cars and electrical technology, means electrical cars. So 4.1 is the car. Again, there is a format error. So you can see he has put a picture of the car, and this is Camry 2020 design. He puts figure 2, means picture number 2. And he has put the reference. There is a mistake here, gentlemen. You have to make the alignment properly. So when you are giving the website address, it should be below the picture. And this should come in the next page. So insert, page break. Yeah, now it's okay. And the alignment is not proper. Make the alignment perfectly. So now it's okay. So electric technology, he writes about electric technology, and he has put the picture of electrical car. You can see. And he has put the reference of the electrical car. He made a mistake. You are supposed to keep font size 8. He has put around 11. It should be 8. Yeah. So don't make mistakes. You'll be losing marks. Be very careful. So chapter 4 is over. And he has taken reference here. He has put the number 15. And come to next one, chapter 5. Here the alignment is not proper. Yeah. Then the alignment. Chapter 5 he mentions, he writes, and 2 references he mentions here. 16 and 17. So whenever you are referring to or taking some information, put the reference number here. And in chapter 5, it writes about Formula 1. Let me make the alignment. So you can see this is Formula 1, and this is the fourth picture. So he writes figure 4 and a caption here, and the website from where he has taken the reference. And the font size is wrong. It should be Times New Roman. He has taken 11. It should be 8. It should be small. So follow all these things carefully, otherwise you'll be losing marks. And 5.2, Le Mans, it's the name of a city. So in France, he mentions about that one, and he puts a picture here. This is the fifth picture, and you can see this is the caption for fifth picture, and he has mentioned the website address from where he has taken this picture. So this should be 8 again. Gentlemen, I hope you are following me. It's easy for you. Wherever you want to feel like pausing the video, stopping the video, you can stop and you can read and understand. Yeah, chapter number 6 is the conclusion. He has written the conclusion in one paragraph. Its conclusion means a quick recap of what you have written in the entire 5 chapters. So this is a brief summary. So conclusion is done. The next one is the glossary. Glossary means whatever the important keywords he has used, he is giving a definition here. You can see these are the words, technical words used in important words or keywords, what we call, he defines here what it means. This is what glossary. Then comes the references. We had seen, I have shown you, there are many numbers. So this is the reference. He mentions all the references he has used. He has used around 25 references he has taken. This is too much, but anyway, this student has taken 25 references. The last one comes as a bibliography. So these are the sites, websites from which he has taken the information, or these are the sources of his reports. That's it, gentlemen. This student has written around 13 pages. It's up to you. You can write anywhere between 13 to 15. No problem. I hope you understood. I wish you all the best and good luck.